Recording. Hello, welcome to the new episode. Anushka, say hi.
Hi.
So this is our first ever outdoor episode. We're out summer. Uh, I was anyway just loitering around at home, so thought might as well come out.
You
We
don't
should
have
do
work?
outdoor episode. No, I have an off today. I have all week off this week.
Because 4th of July long weekend also, no?
Yes, yes, that's why. So we had 3 days off on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Our VP was a little nice to us and he was like, it's okay, guys, take Monday, Tuesday off. If you have work, just do it from home, but you don't need to come into. So,
So nice.
yes, it's a good week for us all here. But yeah, we should do more outdoor episodes. We'll record it so that you also have sunlight.
Yes. And
Yeah,
summer would work because then there is sunlight until 10 p.m.
yes, yes. So even evenings is also fine.
Yeah.
So we can do it. I just need to do it in my mornings so we can do like weekend mornings. I can do Friday also, to be fair. 'Cause, like Friday morning, I can wake up, do this, and then get to work. I'm anyway home.
This Friday.
This Friday, I'm out of town. Next Friday, we can do.
Next Friday, I'm out of town.
Well, we'll figure it out. We'll leave the
Yeah.
logistics to outside of the recording of a podcast. Okay, what up? What up? How's it been? How's it going? What are the updates? When was the last time we spoke? 3 weeks ago? Two
We
weeks
still have
ago?
one episode to upload.
No, we didn't we do it?
We recorded 2 episodes. We uploaded one episode.
Oh, I completely forgot. Okay, I'll upload it today. I thought I uploaded the episode.
It's okay. I feel like we have selected people who watch and they know that we are not very consistent.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't know that there's anyone out here actually tracking whether episodes are being uploaded on time.
Because we just lost, like, we forgot about Spotify completely.
Completely gone. What is Spotify anymore? We've become too
Oh,
lazy. I mean, it's just
like,
that because we take this podcast sort of very lightly, and it's ultimately just conversations between friends that are being recorded. It is just easier to upload on YouTube.
yeah, and we can see views on YouTube, which we can see on Spotify, but YouTube views are better than Spotify.
Yes, because if anyone just clicks that link, it's easier, and the YouTube algorithm is easier to
Yeah.
get suggested to other people. So when we do upload a new one, it shows up on people's feed. Like I know on my personal YouTube channel also because I've seen some of these episodes. Every time there's a new upload, sometimes I do get it on my homepage. So that's pretty
That's my
nice.
that's my goal for August is to rewatch everything and take bits out so I can start uploading some stuff on Instagram because we have an Instagram and
Oh yeah, okay, that's a good idea. Maybe even I'll do that. I'll
uh,
also we can take different episodes and
yeah,
then note down.
yeah, just cut stuff and upload it because that's also an algorithm that we could try out and see if it works.
Yeah, pretty much, pretty much. We can do that. Instagram and YouTube shorts both work. Reels and shorts and all these short form content. I'm sure we can find some dumb shit that we say in one of these episodes to utilize them for
Yeah,
reels.
very random. Last episode we were talking about this.
We were talking about this. We will imagine we'll put it on reel and then just like we find a whole group of people who like doing
Yes.
shit, fidgeting with their hands. That's what the
So
internet is meant for. So we'll do it.
yes. Yeah. What's been up with you?
What's been up since the last time we spoke? I was doing a bunch of traveling around, hanging out with friends. It's been busy for the past few weekends, and this weekend is also like another trip that is planned. So I am getting a little exhausted from traveling. I hate flights. All of a sudden, just the very thought of going to an airport right now. I hate the fact that I have to think of, oh, reach there these many hours early so that I don't miss my flight, carry this insecurity, all this nonsense. I'm really getting tired of it. I used to be excited about flights once upon a time, many eons
when
ago.
he was there.
Yeah, but now I'm just tired of it. I don't like it. And it's so weird because when I was a kid or when I was in high school or even during college and stuff where traveling was not that much for me, I used to listen to a lot of these podcasts or other people who would travel frequently and they would complain so much about flying. And I would be like, why are you guys complaining so much? I don't get it. This is like, I love flying. I love the whole process of air travel. But now I finally get it. I understand. It all makes sense now.
Yeah, I think it's the same for me. Not just flights, like I like traveling, but it's been exhausting. Like I usually take trains and I'm just tired of taking trains and the delays and just I just want to stay at home for a month. That's all I want and not
That's it.
travel
That's
anywhere
it.
for a month.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't even want to drive and take my car out anywhere. I want to stay in my house. I'll go out for a walk. I'll bike if I have to go somewhere, and that's it. End of story. I don't want to drive anywhere. I don't want to see traffic. I don't want to see cars. It's just too much.
Yeah, I'm gonna do this in August. Just stay in Rotterdam and not travel because
That's
I'm
it.
done.
That's the
I'm
best.
already done.
So, what is your staying in Rotterdam situation? You told me that your visa is valid till November.
Yes, and I go back. I'm planning to go back in October because I'm not staying. It expires on 1st of November. I'm not staying till 1st of November. I
Okay.
could apply for the freelance visa. I just need one Dutch client for it, and I don't
Hmm.
have anybody right now to find a Dutch client. Maybe if August, September something works out, but
Hmm.
I'm done. Like I feel like I need to chill and not worry about visa for a bit. Um,
Hmm.
so, and I'm pretty sure don't want to do a job because I can't go to office. I don't think I have it in me. I had to go to office like one of the clients that I work with is in Brussels and I had to go to Brussels last week, which is
Hmm.
like once in 6 months I have to go and see them. Or
Hmm.
like last time I went was in November, so it's been almost 9 months. And
Oh my
I
God.
was
Okay.
just like, I don't want to go. And it's like a day trip. Like it takes about 1.5 hours or 1 hour 45 minutes to go to Brussels from here, and it's a direct train. And
Hmm.
I was still like,
Hmm.
I don't want to do this. I don't want to go and sit in an office. And it was pretty chill. Like I went there and I realized that at home I'm actually more productive because I'm just working. I'm just focused on working, and there people are like chit-chatting, chilling in
Yes,
the kitchen space and just
dude.
talking about random stuff. And I was like, I
There are
was
like a
missing
million
myself.
reasons to waste time when you're in office. It's so bad.
Exactly. I had forgotten about this because the last time I from an office was in 2019 probably. And I just
Oh, pre-pandemic.
yes,
Sheesh.
and I had forgotten about the time waste that happens. Because here, even if I cook my food, which takes like maybe 15-20 minutes, I feel guilty that I've lost this time. And I have wasted it, and now I have to work extra hard for it. And I was just like, your people are just wasting time. And not wasting
It's
time, and
accepted.
they work similarly to how I work. They hyper focus and then they work. It's just
Hmm.
it just I don't think I am built for that to go to an office. I liked it. The people were really nice and we went out
Hmm.
for drinks later. It was really
Hmm.
nice, but I don't think I'm built to go to an office. And
So, how did you feel about this pre-pandemic then? Were you going regularly that time?
I will take so pre-pandemic, which was like sort of my first job.
Hmm.
I it was in Pune, and in Pune, college, my junior college, bachelor's and master's, so that's like 2, 3, 7 years. I
Hmm.
used to travel like 15 kilometers one way to go to my college. Both of them were
Hmm.
close by. Now, after that, for 7 years doing that back and forth, I was so sick of it that when I was looking for internships or like part-time work, because initially it started with an internship, I looked at the radius of my house and I put like 5 kilometer radius.
You are done with it.
I was like, I will find something here. I am not going that side. Even if it's a good opportunity, I am done. I'm not going through
Mm,
this again. Like I did that for 7 years, I'm done. So it was and so it was close to my house. And then I also got like a gym membership, like cult membership in the middle.
mm,
So the cult was in the middle of my workplace, and my capoeira class was sort of also in the middle between my house and my workplace. So it
mm,
was sort of very convenient that before work or after work, I would stop by, do capoeira or go to cult
mm.
and then go to work. And my office was next to a park. So I would, in the afternoon, I would go for like a walk in the park. Uh, and it was just very nice. But
It's a nice,
then
wholesome.
yeah, but one of the oh, I have like so one of the first teams that I worked with, the manager was so toxic, like and it was like my first job, so I was very like excited to work, excited to make money, and I
Mm.
was just generally a jumpy person. I
Yeah, that's your
wasn't.
first job. Same, same. First job, even I'm not very like, oh, I've always been excited to work. But as soon as I got the job, oh, suddenly some energy I have. Oh, it's my first
Yes.
job. I'm making money. It's so cool.
Yeah, I had so much energy, and I would like see. I had done internships before, and I was very clear that I am not someone who's gonna behave a certain way because I'm in the office. Like, I'm not saying I'm gonna treat it like my house, but I'm not gonna
Mm.
be like mask and be like the professional thing where I call people sir or ma'am, which does not
Yeah,
happen anymore, but
you
it
just
used.
won't be your full self, but you won't turn
Yeah.
into someone else. That's it.
No,
That's the only difference, right?
I'm
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not wearing formals all the time. I'm not gonna be like like behave in a certain way, or my body language is not going to change. I will
Mm.
sit the way I prefer sitting, because that's how I work. That's how my brain works. So this manager, and I used to talk to people a lot. I was very social. I had a lot of friends in the office. I would talk to them, and this
Mm.
manager started micromanaging. She made seats, like we had upstairs and downstairs, and she
Mm.
made seats and she made it in a way that I couldn't sit next to my friends, even though it was like sort of a open sitting space like thing. It was a co-working space, so anyone could sit
Mm.
anywhere. She made like seat arrangement. She wouldn't let me sit next to my friends because she's like, you guys talk too much and then you don't get work done, so you can't sit next to each other. And then she one day she
Your
took me.
typical Indian
uh,
micromanaging
yeah,
manager.
and and she wouldn't let people take go on lunch breaks together because she like, no, this is not good, and whatever, all of those things were still okay. Then one day she takes me to the side, and she sits me down, and she's like, you need to put in more into your work. And then she
Mm.
tells me, have you watched Devil Wears Prada? I was like, that's
Mm.
such a bad example to give. She said, have you watched Devil
Of
Wears
all the
Prada?
examples.
Did you see how much this Anne Hathaway sort of put? And I was like, are you sort of comparing yourself to like Meryl Streep? Like, that's so like she wasn't like a good manager in that movie.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah. I'm imagining that this lady was actually watching Devil Wears Prada and she thinks Meryl Streep is the protagonist and is the good guy of the
yes,
movie.
and
And she's
and
teaching the
she's
good
like,
ways.
she took me into like the cafeteria sort of space having this conversation, and the more she started talking about this, I was like, up to I will sit like with my feet with alti palti, sort of like how Indians sit. I was like, I'm gonna say, and
Mm,
she's like, this is what I'm talking about, and I was like, yes. And then I eventually switched teams. So I was in a
mm,
different team, and it was really nice. That manager was really, really one of the best managers I've had. And this
mm,
lady, we have every office has that birthday cards thing where you sort of write things on someone's birthday
mm, mm,
card, and
mm, mm,
you- she writes on my birthday card saying that you should be more professional. and I saw it, and I started crying. And my friends, they got like a whitener and they put stuff on it and wrote something else on it, so they cut it out. They're like, this is not something you write on someone's
That is
birthday card. Like, it's not a
that
feedback
is
card, it's a birthday card. Just write happy birthday and move on.
that is such a dick move. Oh my god.
And I
Who
I
writes that
remember.
on a birthday card? Is she crazy?
Yeah, and I didn't want to cry in the office, obviously, because I was like, I'm not gonna show that I'm weak. So I went
Hmm.
down and I was crying. It was on the main road, and I'm standing on the main road and I'm crying. And all these people that are selling stuff are walking past me and looking at me like, what is wrong with this woman? Why is she crying on the road?
Oh no. Poor young Anushka on her first job. Happily coming into office thinking she's going to get a bunch of happy birthday cards, and you're left crying. So these people, the thing is, these kind of managers are prevalent and they're there everywhere, and I
Yeah,
just don't get it sometimes. What is this fundamentally? Like all these like toxic managers or managers who who genuinely believe that their way of working is the correct way to work. Right? It has to
that's
stem from some sort of
it.
fundamental outlook on the world. I don't think it's control, though.
It is sort of it is sort of control issues too, right? Because maybe you didn't get as much power as maybe it comes from sort of a vulnerability, because maybe you faced this, and it's a lot of times these people have gone through the same and they do the same to other people, which
Yeah.
is
So I
which
mean, if you've gone through if you've gone through it, and you're perpetuating it and doing the same thing to other people, it must be because you believe that it is the right thing, right? Whether that's like you believe it in because of a good way, you genuinely see it, or just because you don't want to deal with the trauma, or either of them. But you genuinely believe that because it worked for you and you think you're doing well, you want others to follow in the same way. That's the
That's sad though, because you think that your job is you making it in life. Just because you're a manager does not mean that you made it in life, because a
mm,
definition of making it in life is very different. She also, one of the things that she told me was, you need to remember that none of the girls or women here are your friends, because women in workplaces are not friends, which was so wrong, because I'm still friends with these people, and they actually were the
okay.
ones who supported me when I was crying on the street. But it's just the fact that you say all of those things to someone. It's just
Mm,
not nice. She literally like said that each woman for herself. It's not true.
mm,
It's yes, maybe there might be situations where you are sort of on your own, but that would be beyond the gender. It doesn't matter.
mm. So I mean, then this from what it sounds like, and the reason I bring this up is because I was having this conversation just last week with another friend, is about people who have take their subjective experiences and their own subjective reality and sort of treat it as objectively what happens in the world to everyone else,
Yeah.
which in one way is a failure on their part to just acknowledge and realize that everyone's lives are different, the way they think is different, and their realities and what they experience and how they react to situations are completely different. And just because you did a certain thing and worked out for you in a particular way does not necessarily mean that it should ideally translate to everyone else. It may translate to a good number of people, but it's not going to be like that for everyone. So
Yeah.
if you're someone who takes your subjective realities and sort of maps it onto everyone else and thinks that it's ideally exactly how it's supposed to be for everyone else, then that is where all of these issues come up. Especially with like managers who sort of tell you, this is a great example. I'm sure the reason she's telling don't trust women in workplaces is because something has happened to her,
Yes,
right?
obviously. Yeah.
Something has happened to her, and she thinks, oh, this is how it is. This is how it is for everyone. This is how it will be for everyone. So I'm going to warn you. warning is fine. I don't think there's anything wrong with warning because at least if I haven't been through it, I know that things like this happen. So it's great. But to tell me this is how it will be, so you have to act a certain way is where you have to draw the line.
Also, she has no right to tell me all of this. Like you keep, if you want to have like a professional space, then you keep personal and professional things separate. If
Hmm,
someone, a friendship is a personal thing. You can't
hmm,
comment on someone's friendship in a
hmm,
professional space. It's,
hmm.
yeah. Also, the fact that everyone has different lives, everyone lives lives differently. You can't
Exactly.
generalize it and just fit one situation on everyone. That this is how it will end.
Yes. And some people may not even want, again, yeah, you're saying that the definition of success is different. Maybe some people don't want what you have. It
Yeah,
might be great,
exactly.
but maybe
Yeah.
someone just doesn't want it. You don't have to understand it. It just don't.
Yeah, I feel like I don't want to be a manager. I don't think
Hmm,
my life is something where like I am aiming to become a manager of something. I don't.
right.
I think I would be much happier if I end up doing something on my own, even if it's something small. I would be
Hmm,
happy doing something meaningful rather than having a sort of professional success in something. I don't consider it as a success. I consider if I have the freedom to do something that I like apart from making money. And if I could
hmm,
also make money that way, that's brilliant. But if I can continue doing something I like, I think that's success for me.
hmm. Exactly, precisely. And the money aspect is such a like it's very easy to say, oh, what do you mean you don't want money? I'm like, of course it doesn't mean that someone doesn't want money. Just means that the amount of importance that they may give compared to how much you give is different, and both are fine. You're both,
Yeah.
if you're both happy, then like who cares, right?
Yeah. It's also sort of, it's a bit stupid, but I think personally,
Hmm.
through like what I have experienced, is that more you stress about money, more it becomes difficult to make money. And oh,
Yes.
there is
Hmm,
also
Bloom
something,
said
I
it's
don't
correct.
know how to do it, but there is something that also causes like fireworks in the background.
Oh.
Yeah, there is, I don't know what it is, but or if it's on Teams, because I've seen someone on Teams do it and it's not on Zoom. But I feel like with money, more I've like while growing up and when I was young, I would stress about making money and more
Hmm.
difficult it was to make money. Once I
Hmm.
started like not stressing about making money, but doing things I like, and it's just become easier to make money. Which also sort of scares me every time I'm in a city like Bombay because people there work really hard. I've seen people work so hard. Even if
Dude.
most parts of India, people are so hardworking, and you see that they wake up early, they're working late, and they're doing stuff, and they don't make enough money. And I see life's not very fair, but it's just, yeah,
When if you have the needs and you need to be making it, then you don't have a choice. Like I'm sure if in both our situations, if we were in a situation where we needed a lot more money and we just don't have it and we had to do it, we wouldn't be doing anything else.
yeah,
We would be doing that only, and that's it. And we're sort of privileged enough to be here where
yes.
money is important, yes, but it's not the end of the world for us right now. So it's still okay. We can make do with what we have, and that's fine. But I don't know, man. This whole worldview and outlook on how you see these things is very important. And the thing is, I notice it more in people now, just in the past 3 weeks, with like basic interactions with people and the way you respond to certain things. You get a hint of what a person's outlook is, right? How they view things. Do they view it from a completely subjective experience that they map onto the rest of the world, or do they treat the rest of the world with a little bit of curiosity and realize that, oh, everything else is not the same? Because that makes all the difference. Like, I think it really, really does. Because the moment you are curious about the rest of the world and just accept that nothing is going to be as how you expect it, so why not just learn from it? It's
Yeah.
just a nicer world out there. It's so nice.
I I also think like that's something I tell myself very regularly whenever I feel like, oh, this isn't working out, or I don't understand why some things like this, it doesn't fit my needs and I wish it was different. And this is something I always tell myself is that everything in this world, almost everything's made up. So you can make up something too. Languages are made up. This economy, the whole system sort of made up because someone made it because to fit their needs, and you can just adjust it to fit your needs.
Yes, precisely. That's just how society evolves. You figure out what works for you, and when something that works for you also works for 2,000 other people, then that's when movements happen. That's when like common things happen, and society structures itself. But until then, as long as whatever you're doing is not hurting anyone else, then go ahead and just do whatever you want. If you have no other responsibilities that are stopping you from doing it, then might as well.
Yeah, that's exactly what like. I told my parents last week or so that like I don't like I live by myself. I make my own money. I'm paying my own rent. I don't take anything from anyone. I'm usually by myself in my room. I'm not hurting anyone. I am not going or saying stuff that would hurt someone. I'm
Mm,
pretty much only responsible for myself right now. So I can think anything I want, and like if I want to change something that's not working for me, I can do that. As long as it's not hurting anyone, it's not affecting anyone else, I could do that. Like if I want
mm,
to work from home for the rest of my life, I can do it. I can find ways to do that or change
mm.
that. Which just opens up so many possibilities because then you can do anything you want. You can like movies are a certain way, but it doesn't need to be that way. It could be something completely different too.
Exactly. You can sort of do whatever you want in the realm of reasonableness, and you know exactly what
Yeah,
you're doing. Because I think
don't
you can take it to a degree where you are not planning enough. And I think this is something I used to not do. I would not plan. I was like, okay, cool, I'll just do it. I would be very instinctive, which is good, but I do the same thing with just a little bit of foresight and thought. That's it. Because
I
I'm realizing it now that okay, I am gonna continue making my decisions the same way I have done before, but I won't be as childish. I think I used to think of my childishness as oh, I'm being very assertive and sort of like doing what I want, but it was also a little childish because I would just do whatever the hell I wanted. So now I'm reeling it back and realizing, okay, it has to come with certain amount of thought because future me is bearing the burden. 3 years ago, I'd be like, it's future me's problem. It is future me's problem now. So I'm gonna let the future me, not have as many problems. That's it.
That's a very good advice because I think I am at this point where I am doing things childishly because I didn't have that freedom before. I was staying
Hmm.
with my parents. I didn't have financial freedom either. Now I have that. So I take decisions very spontaneously. Like I
Yeah,
feel like today I want to run to the beach, I will run to the beach. Who's gonna stop me? And sometimes it can be a bit dangerous because I take decisions very spontaneously and
yeah,
so I should think about future me as well.
yes, yes. You should please think about future
Very
Anushka.
good
Don't give her
advice.
more problems than she already will have, because for sure she will have problems. All of us
Oh,
will at some point. Okay,
yes,
why make her burden even heavier?
true.
Yeah. So I think as long as that's there, I think you're good. You should be able to do okay for the most part.
I do feel like these podcasts make me feel like I'm in my therapy session because even with therapy there's like a timer and I have to get as much
Oh my God,
information
yeah.
from my
Like, oh, fuck.
therapist in 50
8 minutes, I need.
minutes. Yeah, and it's exactly like this. I have to
It is
get as
literally the
much
same thing.
information. in
Eight,
50
eight,
minutes.
8 minutes 40 seconds. Okay, how can I keep my train of thought regulated to 8 minutes and finish this so that the episode is done? Every time that timer comes up, it's just like,
Yeah.
okay, I have to. I consciously am aware that I should not
Start a new
transition
topic.
into yeah, tangent into new topics
Yeah,
that are
that's
gonna
what
go
I
on
do
for
in
another 40 minutes.
therapy too.
It's basically therapy, but free,
Free, free,
free
free,
therapy,
free. I was watching
free.
Sarabhai today, and
Oh, fun.
there is so much stuff about free, free, free. It's on YouTube now, so you can just anyone can watch it. They should have put it on YouTube way before because they would have made a lot of money from the views.
Have they officially put it out on YouTube?
Yeah, yeah. It's
Oh, very
owned
good,
by Star now. But
very
they
good,
put
very
it
good.
on Hotstar first, and Hotstar views were sort of free. Like Sarabhai was free, but if they would have put it on YouTube earlier with that quality, they would have made a lot of money.
Yeah, they make much money. Dude, YouTube is untapped. So I think now a lot of networks are putting complete things on YouTube, which is pretty
Yeah,
nice. Most people, it's so
even
easy. It's so
even
easy.
Shemaru has most of their movies on
So
YouTube.
many old movies I found everything's on YouTube.
Yes, a lot of old production houses have stuff on YouTube officially.
Mhm. If there was any Hindi movie released before the 2000s, there's surefire guarantee that it will be
Yeah.
there on YouTube. And
Yes.
a lot of movies from the 2000s also you can find
Yes.
on YouTube.
That's what I use because Netflix and Prime here do not have Hindi movies as much. So
Hmm.
I go on
Hmm.
YouTube. The only thing is
That's
I
okay.
don't have YouTube Premium, so it has ads.
I have YouTube Premium. The
But
best subscription service you will ever get is YouTube Premium.
I
There is,
don't
it's
use
also
YouTube as much. So
okay.
it
Then fine. Then maybe it's not for you. YouTube is half my life. I spend all my time on YouTube. So like YouTube Premium is very very valuable for me. It saves me so much time.
I think Spotify Premium is where my money comes to
Mm,
use.
mm,
Um, and I still have the student discount until the end of this year. So I'm
mm.
gonna keep it. And I play songs on repeat, so I need Spotify Premium. Otherwise, it won't work for me.
I use YouTube Music because it comes with premium.
Yeah, makes
So
sense.
it's sorted. And also, I think I was using Spotify for a long time in college and stuff. And from using both, it just seems like the YouTube algorithm has learned me a little better because I have found so many
Yeah,
new artists
that's
just through
true.
autoplay. So
Yes, I don't discover as many new artists on Spotify. I have to go hunting for them or I have to find them somewhere else.
yeah,
Which is the problem with our podcast as well on Spotify because the algorithm doesn't play in our favor.
exactly. The YouTube algorithm is better,
Yes.
unfortunately. YouTube Music's also pretty nice. If repeat is the only thing you're looking for, then YouTube Music should do it for you. But I think now you're probably
He was just
too
there looking in the so I thought that was way.
you're probably too far deep into Spotify right now to leave.
Yeah, I'm very far deep.
You probably have way too many playlists that are not. It's not an easy task to port them over.
I actually have not created playlists as
Oh,
much
you're
as
not
you
a playlist person?
I used to be a very big playlist person in the time of SoundCloud.
Okay.
I was and then Spotify came and I didn't do as many playlists initially, and then I
Hmm.
was just stuck on whatever Spotify gives me, but I haven't been listening to that either. I have become an album person, so I listen to albums.
Okay. So, okay, what if you found a song that you really like and you wanted to remember it? How do you do it?
I save it in my liked songs,
Okay.
and
Okay.
I
Got it.
I have hyper obsession songs, hyper fixation songs. So
Hmm.
I listen to it for days. Then there would be
Hmm.
one song that I would be listening to days, and it automatically comes in my Spotify repeat. replay.
All right. Right.
Yeah. So last, last one was the uh I think I talked about it on Instagram. It was Shore
The
Hai
Taylor
by,
Swift.
oh
Oh
no,
no.
it's the Hindi, it's a Shore Hai by Ashish. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but it also has Raghav Miatil, and a bunch of
Oh,
other. Yeah, so uh, that was the one. Then I was also listening to Nadania, this song that like blew up on Instagram, for a few days, and yeah, there
Zachariah.
was, hmm?
Ashish Zachariah.
Yeah, that guy.
Okay.
I
Okay. I've not
messaged him.
listened to it. I listened to him.
I messaged him because I wanted ukulele chords for the song, and there aren't any YouTube tutorials on it. So I was just
Oh
like,
yeah. I mean, it has 3,000 views on the video. I'm sure there's no one out here making tutorials yet. Did he send it to you?
Yeah, he did. He's like, I played it on guitar, but maybe you can make these changes and use it for
Oh
ukulele.
shit. That's damn cool.
And I was like, thank you so much. I've been listening to this like for days now. So
Very nice. Okay. I've added it to my playlist. I'm huge on playlists. I make a playlist for everything.
I know. I know.
I'm
You
I'm
made a playlist.
I made a playlist for summer of 2024 from June, July, August. So I'm saving all my playlists from the songs I find in these 3 months in this specific year on this playlist. No, I'm a little too
Are
deep on
your
this playlist.
playlists public?
Yeah, I think so. Actually, I
Okay.
don't know. No, they're all private. Looks like.
Except the Nena one, I think, because the Nena one you shared and asked me to add stuff to it, I think.
Yes, yeah, that one is public. I made that one public specifically because I think the rest of the playlists are all they're all private by default. Yeah, so since we have a minute left on this call, the Naina playlist is basically a playlist of all Hindi songs which have some version of the word Naina in them or are about Nainas, which are I use not a girl named Naina, but it can also include a song about a girl named Naina.
Yeah.
Naina is all that matters. So I think there's some like 20 odd songs or 30 odd songs in that playlist right now. Not bad, not bad. I haven't heard a lot of new Hindi songs, so I haven't even added anything new. Need to add.
Oh, you should listen to Nadanya as well by Akshat.
Okay,
It has a music video too that came out recently,
perfect.
and our podcast gonna end soon, so we should say bye.
It's going to end soon. Okay, that is a good way to end it on two song recommendations. Bye bye.
It's not ending.